I'm Neil Messick. This is Sandtown Custom Boat Works. On today's episode, we're going to be cutting out all the rust and rot on the van, replacing it with foam, fiberglass. Then we're going to go ahead and put another sheet of fiberglass and resin over top of it. Now we're going to go ahead and get ready to cut all the rot out of the van. So now we're going to go ahead and fill it up with spray foam, cut all the excess off, and get ready for fiberglass. Very decent. Now we play the waiting game on letting this stuff cure and get hard, expand, maybe add a little bit more, and then we can start shaving it down and getting ready for fiberglass. So now we got the van almost all the way done with the foam. We're going to add a little bit more and start doing fiberglass. All right, so now filter all up with some fresh foam. I'm going to go ahead and wait for it to expand one more time, and then fiberglass time. So kind of misjudged how long it would take for the spray foam to dry. It's still sticky and malleable in some spots, so this might be a 2-day operation to get done this side, but So far, it looks a lot better. She's mostly all the way filled with foam. And tomorrow, I'm going to go ahead, scuff her up a little bit, get all these edges that stick out, prep it a little bit more, and then get ready for fiberglass because we're running out of daylight. So, on to the next day. All right, guys, it's been a couple days. What I've done so far is sand the foam down to leave a little indentation in the metal, and we're going to fill that up with body filler. I did the rear half of the vehicle, and I did underneath the quarter panel. Now I'm going to go ahead and do this little area right here, and I'm going to show you guys how to do it. So first things first, we need to grab the old angle grinder. Oh. And we're going to go ahead and get ready to grind this away. Safety first, because this shit will get in your fucking eyes. All right. Oh, shit. Now, we'll go ahead and show you guys how to check if you took out enough. So what you do is you get a good side profile of the van. As you can see, the side that didn't really hit that much. It still has a big old chunk missing. And what we want is, we want it to be flush, if not flush, just a little bit of an indentation. That one's good. This one could use a tiny bit more. And then the rockers. I took a long time on the rockers to get her done right. But the rockers, really smooth. I'm going to finish grinding this down and just touch up a little bit more to get ready for fiberglass. All right, guys, and just like that, we are flush. It's just some nastiness on the side of the van. I'm going to have to clean the side of it real quick so I have a good bond for the fiberglass. But I mean, so far, it's looking pretty fucking good, if I do say so myself. Even touched up this side a little bit. She's true as can be. We'll run her right down the whole entire side of the van. Can't really see no imperfections. She's just really, really dirty right now. And just like that, right on to the next step. All right, so today we're going to be using the Napa long hair fiberglass resin. This is actually for vehicles. I did use it on my GNU build. I was thinking that it was a whole jar of epoxy, but I was actually mistaken. But me and my buddy Tim, we call this shit dryer lint because you can't tell me that does not look like fucking dryer lint. I'm gonna show you how to mix it. So first thing we want to do is grab a big fucking scoop of this shit, place her on the mixing pad like so. Let's grab another big scoop. Shit's so thick it don't even want to come out the damn can. All right. All right. Now, I mix this stuff a little harder than most people, but just add your hardener. Oh, fuck me. Should have shook that up. Huh. You live and you learn. Mix it up a little bit more for the next batch that I'm going to make. But with this stuff, it's really fucking easy. You just rub her in until she's all one color. And you don't want to see no more of the blue. You see how you can still see the blue mixed in with the dryer lint? You don't want to see that. It usually takes about 5 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed up the process, make it a little easier for you guys to watch. All right, so ideally you want it to look all one consistent color. Today this shit actually turned gray. So, I mean, it's pretty cool. It's a lot better than the blue color that I usually get. I didn't add as much hardener as I usually do because I'm running out. Because I went way, way too heavy on the GNU. But you got this nice smooth consistency. Dryer lint right here. And as you can see, she is fucking dryer lint. I will say that. But now let's go ahead and slap this on the van and continue working. Now that we got our resin mixed up, start applying this to the van. And hopefully I don't need a whole lot because I ain't really got a whole lot. What I like to do is just get her in there nice and deep. Like so. Cut it up a little bit. Fill all the huge voids first. And then work on smoothing the rest of it out. Now this van does have body lines on it. Are we going to follow those body lines? Probably not. I mean, I ain't no body shop expert, but I build boats. I don't really fix damages and shit on vehicles. So this is actually a first for me using fiberglass resin. Usually I would just go ahead and rivet a piece of metal on or just do the foam and Bondo, but this time I wanted to switch it up since I already had this stuff. This shit is stinky too. I mean, this shit fucking reeks. And for those wondering why I'm actually doing this to my van, well, it's kind of simple. This thing is rotting away. It's a 2001, and I live right down the road from the bay. Usually, salt water and metal do not really go too well together. Even though I haven't took this out to the bay, just the saltiness of the air, it can do quite a bit of damage to these fucking old vehicles like this. Like no seal coating on it, no nothing. Frame's still intact, but in a couple videos from now, I'm going to be showing you guys how to do undercarriage coating. Probably do it the right way. I'm going to go ahead and mix up a little bit more resin and then get back to doing fiberglass. All right, so got a little bit more mixed up. This stuff, for some reason, it'll look gray, but it tends to dry like a weird greenish blue color. Even looks more like fucking dryer lint, which I mean, I don't fucking understand. Do I know if this stuff's going to stick to the metal well? No idea. Do I care? Not at all. Worst comes to worst, if this doesn't work, I'll be showing people how to pop ribbit and fucking do sheet metal work to their vehicle versus this. But I mean, it's all just a learning experience. You don't learn shit unless you try. And be honest with you guys, I am one motherfucking guy when it comes to learning shit. I'm always down to learn new things. Like the job that I work now, never in my life would I thought that I'd be doing construction. And this is coming from somebody who has 7 years of landscaping experience, 2 years of being a waterman. You know, there's just things that, you know, you never expect to do in your life. And then you try it, turns out you like it. And I mean, that's another thing. Like anything's possible. Anybody can do anything if they really try. A lot of these fucking people, Section 8 people, you know, they don't try to get a job and then they bitch and complain and use our taxpayer money for food stamps and shit and just make America worse for everybody else. And then they're the ones who are bitching and complaining most of the time. Makes no fucking sense to me, but, you know, I love my country. This fucking fiberglass resin is probably getting me fucking higher than shit right now, which is good because I haven't been able to smoke pot in a while. So this right here will do the fix for me. All right. And just like that, onto the other panels of the van. It's probably not too entertaining for you guys, so I'm gonna show you guys the end results and let the old camera charge up. All right, so as you guys can see, it started turning green. That's what you want, I guess, with this shit. I don't fucking know. I ain't no body shop professional. But when it dries, it has this stuff that I use has a green hue to it. And when it's fresh, it still looks like dryer lint. So you can kind of tell what order I went into. But once she's all green, I'm gonna give her about, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half, let it cure a little bit, and then I'm gonna sand it down and then get ready for paint. All right, so now that everything's cured and she's as hard as a rock, I'm gonna go ahead and sand her down the best that I can and get ready for paint. So pretty much just just knocked out all the rough spots, and even if it doesn't look great, I mean, at least it's hard, so that's good enough for me. Well, I have a lot of grinding to do, so we're just gonna have to do a time lapse of how long this shit's gonna take, because I feel like it's gonna be a while. So, as you guys can see, got done sanding it, and looks like complete shit. Which, I mean, that's fine. I'm not going to go right straight to painting it. I'm going to end up using some Bondo body filler and smooth out all the rough edges. I still have a bunch of sanding to do, so I'm going to have to leave it to another video because this one's starting to get a little long and I'm a little late on my videos. So part 2's coming on Sunday. And until next time, Sandtown Custom Boat Works.